we'll just put the standard color set just so you don't avert your eyes and whatnot.
Okay, I have swapped screens over. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Cloudy, on first. Sorry, Mr. Mad Daddy, you are not first. You are slow.
Hey yo, Mad Daddy. Hey
Mr.
yo.
Mad Daddy, even. When they
I'll
when
see
they
you.
first joined my chat, I thought they were Mr. Mud Daddy. Turns
Yeah, I'll
out,
see Cloudy's first again. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my, oh my. But yeah, I'll teach you how to do a lot of other stuff off stream. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
Thank you, Father.
What? Excuse me. Nah. I want to just let you have fun with it. We're just having chill time, dude. We're just having chill times.
It is
Chill
chill
times
time.
with different vibes, you know?
Ooh, okay, Discord is there.
Alright, alright. I know you briefly worked on your art stuff, but like, let's say your art level. Let's say like, what do you commonly know about your art stuff so far?
I guess what do you mean by that?
What I mean is like, how much do you know about art in general?
I have very scattered knowledge, and most of what I know is by observing other people do it. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay. So when I mean that, do you know how to do like certain basics or no?
Certain basics, I guess it depends on like what the basics are.
Okay, okay. That makes me have to like redo a couple things. So don't worry, don't worry. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of.
We're not gonna go like, oh, this is how you make a circle type thing. No,
Yeah, yeah. I can draw a circle. It won't be a nice circle, but it'll be circular.
Nah, we're not gonna do it like that. That's just playing me. Wait, let's use the marker.
The words form and color mean anything to you? I mean color, obviously, but form.
All right, we'll go switch it to my art screen real quick. There we go. There we go. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Where's this one? There we go. It's all coming together. It's okay. It's okay. There. Oh, what? No. There. It's fine. Anywho, so what would you like to learn about first? Is what I should be asking.
Shit.
Do you want to learn how to make a certain background?
Let's learn building interiors.
Building interiors. Okay. So before we get into a certain advanced, that's a little more advanced.
Okay, then let's do.
The reason why I say that is because there's going to be times where you're going to have to skew the shape. You'll understand what I mean by that because you'll be skewing the shape in a certain way. As in, like, I'm going to use a marker pen. I'm going to turn the opacity down just because it's a lot easier for whenever
A marker pen. Where do I locate that?
Yeah, I use so it's called the marker area. So whenever you're making art, usually you start with the shape. The reason why I say I like what would you want to start first is because it'll be like a square, right? That looks like just a square.
That looks like a square.
But let's say you wanted to change the interior of something, right? Now you add another line, and you add this line, and now it becomes a wall.
Yes. Perspective.
It changes the perspective, making it into an interior. Like that. And that's how you can make parts of your interior to skew the perspective. Because your eyesight is more drawn towards the center rather than the outside.
Right, okay.
So you'll be like looking towards here, if anything, like that.
Let's do something 2D first then, yeah.
See?
Yeah. Perspective is difficult. Let's get some basic skills down first.
See, this is why I tell you, this is why usually we play around with shapes.
Okay.
Because if you use a triangle, like that, for example, it's still a triangle, right? So then let's go add that.
Oh boy, my triangle did not look good.
It looks more like a pyramid, or a tent, because of that. Or if you really want to,
yes, agree.
You can change it by adding another like that, and it becomes a tent now, because I changed the amount of lines that we have.
Yes.
Because that's very important whenever you're making things like backgrounds or interiors. Because you need to know if there's depth or not. Let's say if there's a cave, then you need to skew that part of the cave. Get it now?
Yes. Moral of the story, perspective is difficult.
More of the story perspective is difficult, yeah. A holy. Nah.
What did you just say holy about? You didn't look up my stream, did you?
I could look if you really want me to.
No. I was just concerned that you saw an atrocity.
It's all good. It's all good. Because if you add like a little arch or like make a half circle, it's like that, and then it becomes like part of a cave.
Oh
yes. A tunnel, so to speak.
I see train tunnel there. It's giving train tunnel.
Exactly. Just because I added that light. Or you can make it look like this. You can make a window now. Because it's like that.
It is a window.
It's a window.
All you did was add 3 lines.
I just added 3 extra lines. That's it. See, it's easy like that.
Magic. All right, so what is? Let's just jump into it. Let's just what's lesson 1? What do you got me doing here?
So I only taught you pretty much like what perspectives for that whenever you're doing a background, right?
Yes.
Now then, when you're making a background, so to speak, you have to figure out whether or not it's indoor or outdoor. The reason why I say that is because it can change tremendously, depending on what you want for an indoor scene compared to an outdoor scene.
Valid.
Now the reason why I ask that is because there's also times where outdoor can have many things, bumps and ridges, like buildings. I'd say if you wanted to add buildings, they can be like this. Go up, down, that. And they can be an alleyway or something like that. Kind of like that.
Oh yes, I can see the alley. I wish to recreate it.
Because then that way you can have like this. Because then your eyesight is more drawn towards this little opening here. Like that. And it's kind of going skewing towards there because of that.
Yeah, it's drawing the attention over there, I see.
Or if you want to do like an outdoor scene, you need to figure out what the intention is for your, like your focal point, we'll say. You know how like some people have backgrounds like where they have a little sun there? Like that, where it's all scunny and whatnot? Like that?
Yes.
That'll be technically your focal point. The sun, this thing, is your focal point. And you want people to emphasize that. That's why people don't really pay too much attention to the outsides. Rather than they just color mostly on here.
You got the big ass fucking thing in the center, yes.
As your centerpiece. That's why it's important to know what your perspective is when it comes to a background.
Okay. Got it. So, I guess...
So, what I should be asking you, what kind of background do you think a lot of times where people make the outside? Is it indoor or outdoor? What do you mean mostly at? Because like some people take preference pictures as well for that type of thing. I can help you break down the shapes, but that's a little like, you know.
Yeah, we can.
I'll go pull in a couple pictures.
I'll say part of me says we can shelve the 3D perspective based drawing for now, and just use some like.
So let's just use a bit
2D,
of
like drawing like a singular wall, or I don't know what else other idea you had for the curriculum here.
Okay. So the easiest way to do that would be, let's go make a mountain then. Let's go do like that. Usually whenever I make a mountain, I usually think of like triangles. Things like that.
Okay.
And then make it like that. I'm just using the marker pen as like demonstration purposes. But that's
triangles drawn.
Because you have things like this. There's 3 elements to whatever a background is. There'll be your foreground, which is the front porch. this one, which is the one that you see right in front of you. This one.
Okay.
And you have your middle ground. This is the thing that you're going to see as like your focal point usually. In this case, it would be the mountains. And then afterwards, your background, which is the backdrop, which is things like it'd be either the sky and various other elements in that kind of case. Is it you good?
But yeah, sorry, I was ready for the next thing. I was locked in.
No. The reason why I'm saying it like that is because, again, this is just like pretty much how you would plan out whatever backgrounds are. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So in simple speak, we're just gonna make things like mountain. I'm just using the marker pen because I can. You can use other tools as well as you like.
I'm using the brush pen. I could not find the marker pen, so.
It's okay, don't worry. But yes, hello. Another trick is what I usually do, is I usually use a big chunky brush to see what I want, like that. Sure. And just add little elements like that, so that I can go make my little details later. If I were to say. And if like I want to like a waterfall or something like that. And then I usually, where it's you know how you set your canvas up? I put it near like the layers area. When you click the layers, you see a little like a bar there that says 100%, right?
Yep. The opacity.
You can slide that over around, and it turns down the opacity. And you can use that as a reference to whenever you're sketching something.
Ooh, slick. I see.
And that's what other artists do for like a technique.
Then boom, sketch layer.
So then that way you can use that as like a reference layer for your sketches. As in like you can use that for whenever, let's say you have a nice detailed drawing or sketch or something of the sorts, you can use that before you ink something or add an overpaint. Or like painting over. So that way you have a guide as to where you want to put stuff, you know?
Yes. That makes sense.
Now, don't worry. If anything like doesn't get to you right away, don't worry about it. This is just pretty much me just telling you like how most artists will set up their stuff.
No, the layer opacity change is actually huge. I did not even think about that. You can also change opacity of the brush, but that's more destructive of an operation as you can't change once. Yeah, that's kind of what I had done, and then Meep showed me obviously the layer opacity, and I'm like, oh, that makes way more sense. And I just undid the brush opacity that I had.
Don't worry about doing brush opacity. You can play around with your settings to go like do that. But that's more an advanced setting type thing where you just fuck around, find out type thing. Now now other things that people should keep in mind is that not everything will be the same. The reason why I go in pink is because I usually use that as my sketching color. For your purposes, you can use any color you want, but I use pink as like a good way to like not be too precious with my lines or sketches.
I've already chosen my sketch color.
The reason why they say to use other colors is to make sure you aren't too precious and aren't keeping over like the same thing with black. That's why people use black and make their sketches a little like not colored because of that. But don't worry too much about that. So it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
For
your purposes, you can do what you want. You can go.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
This time we're just like making little mountain peaks and stuff.
Yay!
So usually, whenever I sketch, I just add a bit of like the true triangle shapes. For this purpose, we're just gonna make mountains. That's it. That's all we're doing. We're not doing anything specific. We're not doing anything hazy. But I'll go in black just because it's a lot easier to see after because of the pink. You know?
Yes, makes sense.
Also, hi, Rose. Yes. So I'm going to use the pencil tool, the real pencil tool. You can use any tool you want specifically, but I use this for my sketching purposes because I'm just kind of used to it, using a pencil. Other digital artists don't like using the pencil tool for some reason, and I just use it just because like it's a comfort thing for me.
Okay, and this was...
That's why a lot of my sketches look scratchy and whatnot.
Boom, new layer. Then you just go in... Okay, so you swapped over to black.
So right now I'm just using the black as like a nice way to accentuate where I'm going and whatnot.
Sure. Looks like you're just doing like a very simple outline.
I'm just doing a simple like doodle sketch on here, just because like you know how I told you, like most other times people just use different colors just to see for the sketch. Sometimes I won't show you the same thing. It'll be different each time. I have little mountain peaks that are kind of snowed and whatnot. Maybe I might add a bit like a little cave here because I felt like it. Just kind of put it like that.
Oh yeah, I see, I see.
I'm not gonna go too ham on it because, you know, we're just learning here. We're not gonna go like that.
Yeah, yeah, same.
See, we're just learning basics.
Yeah, I won't go too ham on it.
It's all fun times.
There's an odd angle to draw at.
I'm just using triangles and easy shapes to use.
If you like that cave idea, I'm gonna steal it.
No worries.
I am trying to do like not a one for one, but a very similar drawing to yours, by the way.
There you go. There, done. I made my two little mountains.
Oh, what the fuck? The tablet, not your hand. That's smart. That's smart. I'm like sitting here, like my arm is like bending to directions it shouldn't. Try to get this.
Okay. To clarify, whenever you're arting on digital, make sure to use your whole arm rather than your wrist. If you limit your wrist movements, you'll have more problems with it later. Like, let's just say if you want to accentuate certain lines and whatnot, you should probably use your whole arm rather than using your wrist movements.
Okay, so I do go whole arm.
That way it's a lot
Oh
easier
my
when you're
fucking
sketching.
god.
And let's go make it look like it's on an island. Because why not?
Mountain islands are fun.
See, it's a mountain island now because I added a circle. Like, not a circle, I added a line. Now it looks like that. Maybe I'll add some lines. Go like, make it look like there's water. Like that. Simple things like that.
Damn, art really is just a bunch of fucking lines.
It's a bunch of shapes and lines.
Sheesh, alright. Oh.
Maybe I feel like having birds. We have two birds now.
I'm still in the fucking mountain.
Again, everyone's taking their own pace. Don't worry. Take your time with it. Have fun with it. Play with the shapes that you see are here.
Make all these things this time. It's odd that you finally make it to one and it's an art stream, which is going to be more common, but I'd say up until now, art was never really part of my content.
Art stream, don't worry. We're not gonna do this all the time where I'm just gonna teach them basics. Other times it'll be more complex stuff.
Yeah, I'll be doing some offline learning as well.
I will make sure to keep up with your homework. Just kidding, I'm not gonna do that.
Homework.
Homework.
Unironically, that might like
nah,
that might force me to like actually do it.
I mean, if you really want me to, I could give you like various exercises for you to do instead of like an art thing. But like, I wanted you to go express yourself in a sense where you can be more comfortable, rather than me just like say, "Oh, you should do it like this, like that." No, I don't like doing that, as you can tell. I just like to go let you guys figure it out as you go. And if you have questions, I'm here for you. You know? I teach you how I do things, and then afterwards you can incorporate and ask questions later.
You're telling me to go find my own damn homework. I gotcha.
Nah, but if you really want me to give you homework and assignments for you to teach and stuff, I will do that if you ask a certain request. So you got little Crocs now. It's a little rocky place. See? Nothing too complicated. I usually do islands because it's easier. For funsies.
Islands are cool.
Or other times I will do like other things where I'm just gonna add stuff like.
Holy shit! Wait, fine.
Let's see.
How does mine compare if I turn down mine? I'm curious. Oh my god, I'm doing it!
See, you did it. Maybe I feel like there's other things in the background.
It almost looks.
Maybe there's like a smaller island that's up. It's further away. Maybe this is one of the many islands, but this one has water.
Oh, you put the floating islands in already. Sheesh.
I just added a little upside down triangle to make it look like.
Oh, the shading you did right there. Okay, I see. Hold on, let me.
Yeah.
I see.
Or if I really want to feel like I'm extra, I could probably make it look like it's branching off.
Help draw wonk to the slides later. Okay. Which is the best takeaway. All art is just how much time are you going to take at an extra line / detail. Sure, you have to practice technique. The difference between something bad and good is how much time you spend iterating adding detail. Ooh, this is basically a Bob Ross stream. Yeah, if Bob Ross was scuffed.
Bob Ross was scuffed? What are you calling me, scuffed Bob Ross? What is this?
No. You are my Bob Ross, but if they're on my stream, then they're looking at me doing. I'm the scuffed Bob Ross.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, if you want to know, you can look at my perspective to see what difference is what.
Shameless plug. I see you.
I'm not saying shameless plug, but you know, shameless plug.
Actually, you are 100% correct. I should. Actually, you're already tagged. Yeah, please check out Meep.
I already tagged you, mate.
If you haven't already, please check out Meep. My lovely viewers.
But yeah, I don't know. And if you feel like you're done, you're done. You can add color to it. You can even change it. Add like maybe turn it like fine lines it and whatnot. Again, this is just all interpretation at the end of the day of how you want to do stuff.
Yeah, I want to get rid of that.
Now just make it look like there's it's falling off by adding little less lines.
Mistake.
Now it looks like it's a water coming down on the side for funsies by adding less lines to it. Maybe darken in the mountains to make it look like they're a little less boring.
Call my mountains boring?
No, I call my mountains boring, man. And then they can accentuate the fact that there's little snowy peaks on there.
Oh yeah, I see.
Here, see?
Yes, there's a clear difference. Oh, I should make this more jagged here.
I don't know. You don't have to make everything jagged.
Well, no, I had like a circular edge to the fucking mountain, which doesn't necessarily make sense.
Does it have to make sense? It's your art.
Well, okay, I mean, it didn't make sense to me. I was like, I don't like that.
See? It matters to
so I was gonna change it.
That's what people should realize whenever you're making art. If you don't like it, you don't have to have it. Yeah?
Did you just say yeah? I think this was a.
Shit.
I think this was a Nia friendly hangout here.
I don't know.
So it might be Nia.
See, we're vibing.
Change the.
Maybe I'll add a couple things like dots to make it look like there's plants nearby. I don't know. We could be funky with it. See? Nice and simple. All I'm doing is just adding shapes.
I like that rock you made. I need to make this look less. I need to make this more Oysters.
Yeah, feel free to erase. It's don't do what I do. I just have a habit of just keeping what I have and just working with it.
I probably could have, but I'm like, eh.
Because it's like one of my bad art habits of mine where I have a tendency of not erasing my stuff. And I just let it happen.
If it's bad, it's bad. Except you work on it till it's not bad, so.
Because like, I don't know, it's more like I had that mentality of like, oh wait, I can play around with this. I like the shape and the lines of this. Maybe I can use that type thing. But you don't necessarily need to do that.
Represent up to like the mountains have distinct tree line that stops for the peak, etc. Oh no, what are you on-yoing?
Oh no, oh no.
Why are you on-yoing my art? Yeah. Whoa, that is a brush. I just put a bunch of stars on my thing instead of what I was looking for. All right, have you seen what I've done yet? Holy shit! I just looked up and just saw the more. I need to make that rock.
Why are you asking how I made the rock? I didn't do much, man. I just added some I just turned a flat. I just added lines, man.
You just added some lines, okay.
Just added some lines. That's it.
Add some lines.
Oh, see, you're doing good. You're doing good. See? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. See this?
Big
See this?
fucking
You're
rock
good.
right
You're doing
here.
Good.
Damn, there it is. Did you for your shading lines, did you lower the opacity or is it like a pressure thing with your pen?
It's a pressure thing.
I should have some pressure controls, but they don't seem to be working.
So yes. So for the reason why it's like that is because it's the pressure and sensitivity controls. You're gonna have to fiddle around with your pressure and sensitivity if you wanted to know how it feels. But because of how mine is set up, that's why it feels the way it is. All right. So you may have noticed during when you're having your little subview / navigator on the left that it falls around and shows you a little red outline and stuff.
Yes. At first I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? But now I see.
That's usually just telling you where you are in your cat. And where you
Makes sense.
Now, if you look onto the right of it, if you click to the next window, this one, don't worry about this. It'll be blank. But this is where usually you can put images.
Wait, I missed what you tapped on.
It's the one to the right of where your navigator is, your subview. You know the one that's like this here? This one? Click on this.
Oh, the subview. Okay, yes.
Yeah, it's your subview. You'll be using that for if you want to add things like images, like how I've done over here.
Okay,
this
so
is
I
for
will.
example purposes, but yes,
I will definitely need
images.
to rework my my workstation at some point. Then.
Let's say if you want to add in things like this photo here, you click into this little import button, which is the folder.
Okay, yep,
and
I see it.
Yes. And now you can go bring in any picture you want that you have saved.
That's where the reference folder comes in handy.
That's why I have the reference folder. In this case, I'm just going to add the nowhere king because I have him saved. Don't ask questions, just know that I have him saved.
I wasn't gonna ask. I was in full acceptance mode. Don't worry.
And so now you can go pan around and look at what they've done to set image. You can use any image you like for that.
Oh, hello, Epic Incomes. I'm just seeing that. Hope you're doing well, Epic.
See? Now, if you're really feeling funky and you feel like oh, I like that color, there's a little eyedropper tool. It's above the trash can. And be like, oh, I like that color. I'll use that.
So make sure to tap the eyedropper, not the trash can.
Yeah, the eyedropper is a neat tool for when you want to reference something. So let's go put this on a different layer. So I'm gonna use the marker pen again. So you like how that color looks, right? And now you have that color, and you can use that for your sky if you want to.
What's all mine?
Oh, that looks nice. I'll take that. Type thing. You can color it normally, like going like that, or you can do the smart way, and just be like, I'll use the lasso tool, right? But that's only for specific reasons. Let's say if you wanted to go like here.
Are you a furry? I am not a furry. Sorry, I got. I gotta ask a question.
It's okay. It's okay. You want to be a schmuck?
Okay, so since so is that the big bad sun in the upper right? Which then makes
I put a sun there.
Okay, that makes sense for where the shading comes from, because the light obviously causes a shadow on the opposite side of the mountains, right?
True. But let's just say, if you wanted to color it in like manually, just be like that. You can be a schmuck and just do it like that. Or we do the easier route, just colored it and just use the lasso tool. The lasso tool goes like that. You select it, and then there's a little paint bucket, and you push fill. There.
Oh shit!
And now it's filled.
That's OP.
And now that's one of the things that people don't get. You can cheat with art, specifically digital art.
That's OP as shit. Hold on. Okay, that was a lasso tool.
So yeah, the lasso tool. So let's say if you want to find something that you want to do, instead of you going manually over,
what the fuck is the lasso tool?
You can go like use the lasso tool. It'll be on your top row. It'll be like this one, right beside where the little the cross thing here. I'll tell you what that does afterwards. But this is for an easier tool if you want to color in faster and you don't want to spend your time doing all that.
Okay, unfortunately I am dumb. Where the fuck is the lasso tool, Malian?
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna look on your perspective.
Where's the lasso tool? I feel like fucking Batman right now. You'll assume they're the digital artists are the laziest motherfuckers ever. Damn.
Okay, you know where the square is?
I see a lot of squares.
The one right beside your little cross. That's where the lasso tool would be.
One by your cross?
You know your four arrows.
No.
Yeah, it's the rectangle. It's the rectangle. This one.
Yeah, yeah, under the tools? I don't see it there.
Yeah, it's under the tools. Just click the square. Click the square. You'll see where the lasso tool is.
Square.
Yeah.
I've never felt so stupid in my life.
Yeah, you click the square. Yes. That's good. Click off the tool property. That's the one that you're on right now. That's the reason why. Then go to the one to the left. Click the one to the left.
Okay.
From when you're your tool where it says their rectangle tool property. Yeah, click to the one to the left. Don't worry about that.
Oh.
You know this thing here. Let's see. Where it says this one. How you have this here. Click this one. Click the one to the left. Oh, it's easier.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, you meant the subset. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, the
holy shit.
Area. Sorry. There we go. Now you can understand where things are.
Okay, yeah, and so that's sub-select tool. Okay.
Yeah. You can do the exact
and then lasso.
thing with
Okay.
The square and whatnot, but the lasso tool is just we're freehanding it instead.
Then paint bucket. Boom. Now we have the black hole sun.
You got a black hole sun.
Won't you come?
But to be fair, it only gets the ones that you have selected so far, for color-wise.
Right.
So then, when you're done selecting, you can go Control D, and that deselects it. But since you're not on keyboard and you're on a tablet,
I just had a tap. Easy.
You just gotta tap and put deselect, where it says. Here, let's see. Let's just do it like this for funsies. You can be like, deselect the one here, this one here, and then it deselects it.
Boop. Deselected.
There you go. See?
And it was that easy.
Whenever using tools like this, it only affects the selected area. So if you have it selected like this, for example, and you have your brush out, the little area that's like outlined, it'll only affect there. Like that. See?
Oh.
That's how you should keep that in mind. So then that means whenever you have that, it'll be only affected there. And when you fill D, it'll be back to get there again with the whole canvas.
Well, isn't that convenient? Holy shit, that's cool.
Little art hack and easier for you for whenever you're doing your own art and coloring it in.
Great. Googly. Alright, cool.
Neat little art hack, right?
That is actually sick. Everything's actually multiple spin on settings, so I'm learning. That's a really cool application. Holy shit.
So yeah, that's what you should be using instead. That way you don't have to worry about, well, like, oh, you putting like this. Let's say you want to fill everything. Let's say this is what you have. Oh, wait. Control D. Control D. It'll be like, you can fill. Just enclose and fill. It'll fill like everything. Okay, but if you have referred to other layers or whatever, it should be fine.
Okay.
Like, it only go, like, select the areas that haven't been, like, affected already. Let's say your lines or whatever. However, if you have, like, things like this, nothing's there, it'll be like that. It'll cover everything.
Right.
That's what it means for referring to only editing layer. Or you can have anything like refer to other layers, it only affects to the one layer that's close to. Let's say this one. So this is the one that's underneath it, and it has nothing else to go to. That's why I colored everything else instead. Because it has no idea as to what.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
But if you have refer to editing layer, it affects everything that is already closed up and whatnot.
All other layers, enclose and fill, paint unfilled area. Okay.
See?
Yes, I've gained an understanding.
So be careful or keep in mind that whenever you're using the fill bucket.
That there are multiple levels to it.
Yes.
Hot diggity damn.
If you have,
Okay.
like, the lasso tool and whatnot, and just put fill, it should be fine. Don't worry, it'll just fill that area when you're doing it like that. Cool little neat info, right?
It is. That's actually very Omega super helpful.
Other things too. Let's say you didn't like a certain shape, or like you didn't like a certain line because it was shaped like the. Well, let's use pink.
Sure.
Like that. You know how I told you about, like, not too long ago about the transform tool?
Yes.
See, you can play around with the transform tool. It can go be like that. You can go up that. But since you're on, like, on your own little tablet thingy, you can't really do too much with it, other than just like that, because you don't have, let's say, keyboard controls. And so you can only change it by making it bigger or smaller because of that.
That is but true.
However, there's other things you can do with it too. There's other ones where you can go use, instead of scale and rotate, you can also do things like free transform, distort, skew, perspective. Now let's go one by one. So free transform is where you can go change the shape freely, like that.
Oh my god, okay. Holy shit.
So let's say if you wanted to make it like skewed like that, your circle is now in a perspective like that. But
that's the power of the keyboard.
It also gives it a lot more hard to control. And less control of how you want to make it look like. But you can do everything else with which would you rather do it, instead of just scaling it. That's under the edit menu, by the way, when you're transforming. And distort is at its expect. It distorts said particle by clicking on these little squares. It distorts it. And now you can have it's like that. It's no longer a circle, right? Because it's fucking gone.
Yes, it's become something else entirely.
So yeah, the reason why I use a circle is just easier for demonstration purposes.
Ooh. They're getting all wonky now.
I had one. It's gone now. So, okay. On a quick little advertisement here, I'm not gonna just self-plug. I'm just gonna say this nicely. I did delete it. It's no longer existent. So, apologies for such.
Wait, what'd you delete?
My Discord server.
Did you really?
So, yeah, I deleted it because it wasn't really active. There's no reason for it. And the fact that it only just gave notifications of when I'm live. That's really it.
R.I.P. to the echoless void.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll go make a new one. I'll make a proper thing for it later. But for now, it's gonna be under wraps and not gonna be. I just wanted to clarify that information. People were saying.
No.
I was just about to post memes. I'm so sorry about that, by the way. But yeah, skewing is what you expect. It just skews it and kind of just changes it to like left to right or up and down, like that. Like, see? You can still rotate it as per usual. It changes the perspective of it tremendously, so too.
Right. It doing stuff.
It's mainly just using the corners. It uses the corners to change it like that. And now it changed the perspective like that. See? If you want to increase it, you can. And now the circle size, it's like that. That's a little handy information for if you want to do more with your perspectives and or stuff with your backgrounds and you don't feel satisfied of how it looks. And that's what most other artists use for when they're cheating with their art.
Looks cool. Okay, yeah.
They use the transform tool a lot.
Because digital artists are cheaters. Got it.
Just learn to cheat with your art, or think smarter, not harder, type thing.
Right.
Now, don't worry about why the circle's here or anything like that. I just wanted to teach Nalian some tools for himself, so whenever he does art on his own.
It's a very important circle.
Yes. That's why I'm using the circle as a demonstration purpose, and I taught him how to use fill bucket and the lasso tool. Very important tools. And as well as the transformation tool, whenever you do stuff. You know? Oh, that's fair, Hoshi, don't worry. But yeah. There's other artist tips and tricks here too in there, but that's mostly on like whether or not you want to do certain specific art styles. That's what I tell people. Let's say you want to do more anime or whatever, you probably would use more of like the certain fine brushes, if anything, rather than using the other tools that I use most of the time. If that makes sense. Now, there are ways to add in brushes that aren't part of the Clip Studio Paint program. But that's another lesson for another time, off stream.
Yeah, let's say that's probably more of an off-stream thing to do.
That's more of an off-stream, and I can teach you how to do a lot of other stuff like that. But like, man, there's also fun little tools here for whenever you're, let's say, doing things. Mine's a little, it's like, it'll look like little sparkles or something like that. It'll be, yeah, it'll be right there where the spray can is. And that way you can get some stuff like, if you wanted to cheat like with other things, there's like, usually...
Wait, what?
There's usually some stuff that you can use to cheat.
Oh, hello, Kalo. My chat says hi. Meep.
Your chat says hi. Yeah, you can use them to cheat. Let's say if you didn't want to make trees.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to make trees, so how do I cheat? What the fuck?
Okay, so you know, so now you know how there's the airbrush tool, or like right there? It's right.
Yeah.
It's right beside where you see it. It's little stars that you see there. It's the little stars you see, man.
Do you have a sub tool called tree?
Yeah, no, it should be under vegetation. Vegetation, and then they'll give you like pretty much like everything else, or like, you know, background effects or whatever. Like, you know. Oh my god! And now you have a bunch of tools where it can give you other stuff. That way you can cheat. and then
This is cheating.
so that way, if you don't feel like making trees, you're like, fuck it.
Your
I don't feel
art
like making trees.
was the
And now
prettiest art of all art.
Thank you for that voice, Lego. Tree.
Or if you feel like you want to have leaves somewhere, you can add leaves. Or like have leaves falling
That's
somewhere.
some trees.
Based on how big your brush is, by the way. Keep in mind of that.
Yeah, I just implanted some big ass fucking trees, dude. Let me tell you.
See? Now you got there. Or if you feel like you're having grass, you can add grass.
I'm gonna try to put it in a building on the floating island. That sounds cool. How do I reduce the brush size?
That's to reduce the brush size. Okay, wait. For mine, I have it underneath. Put it under. But for you, it's probably not. It'd be like it's the one right beside it afterwards. I believe, right? Yeah, no. That's it.
Probably have to change. Okay, yeah, that's what it was.
Because like I have my brush size selected on my window, I believe.
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah, cool. It'll tell you like your if it'd be under window, and then usually it says tool, like tool brush size, etc. Tool property, that type of thing, you know. And then I usually have the brush size selected, usually because I tend to play with sizes a lot when it comes to my brushes all the time, as you can tell.
Is some cool shit.
Yeah. So let's say you wanted to go add things like that. You can cheat, and you can do many things with it. I taught you that. You can make your own templates, by the way, but that's another thing. Or you can add your own.
Right.
But yeah, the reason why mine's all, all over the place and whatnot is because it's been organized to how I wanted it to be. That's why my workplace is kind of set up the way it is. That's why you see a bunch of other tools and brushes that you've never seen before.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll just take some, like, me figuring out what I want.
But for the most part, I'm using mostly the default tools that you would see from Clip Studio Paint, as you can tell.
Yeah, I'll need to get... We'll need to spend some time to help me out with some brushes at some point.
By the way, if you don't like how it is, you can also do... Let's say you didn't like the color of these trees and stuff. Let's go select another color real quick. Let's see what happens.
Okay, color selected. Let me get back to the tree.
Yeah, just make sure to select the color of like the select
Now
the layer that you
it's
have.
a yellow tree. We did it.
Yeah, you make sure to like have a different layer selected. Just be sure, just for funsies.
Ooh, layer management is important.
Yes. So you know how I mentioned like layering stuff is very important. It's because that affects that one only. So
Right.
in this case, it only affects this layer only. So you'll see in a second as to what I mean. So let's say you didn't like the color of these trees. And you're like, I'm not satisfied with how it looks. I asked you to go pick another color. Purple, for example. I'm using purple. For example, purple. You can go to edit, and then you can go to convert to drawing color. And now it's purple.
Oh, wait, can you show that one more time?
So let's go back. Let's go use green again, for an example. So you go to the edit menu,
Mm-hmm.
and then it should be where it says convert to drawing color. H.
Oh, I have to change colors first. No, you fucking idiot. Okay.
Yes.
Boom,
It'll be,
boom.
and then you can convert the color to whatever color you want.
Well, ain't that fancy schmancy. Okay.
But keep in mind, it's only gonna affect that layer's color.
Makes sense. Okay.
So
Yeah,
if
let's
you didn't like the blue here, let's change it to pink. You don't want the pink? We'll use convert to drawing color and pink. It's pink now.
Lit. That's
I've
cool
given you
AF.
pretty much the good basics of many tools
Yeah,
that you can use on your own.
I feel so much more powerful now than I did an hour ago.
I pretty much taught you like pretty much just simplify your shapes if you want to use the background. If you really like cheating, you can use a couple of the element brushes that you have here and there. And like using a bit of cup references in there. If you feel like you need to go use a reference, you have your sub tool, your sub view. Make sure to uncheck the little dropper so then you can move around to see what you want.
Right, okay.
So that way you don't accidentally have like the color changed immediately. You know? You know. You may have noticed that I also have a lot of other stuff added in, such as like color history, color sliders in here.
Yeah, I need to get color history.
Color history is usually the one that shows you the last one for that last color you picked or mixed, so that way you don't have to keep mixing. Let's say if you wanted to mix a color, I use the color wheel.
Right.
You can use the triangle or like square, it doesn't really matter. The square is just kind of like more of like how this color would be, or the triangle is just gonna like, oh, this goes more to like darker to like that, or like
was color history a color set that you had to download, or is it like in the
no,
by
it's
default?
a default thing. So it'd be like if you want color history, it'll be under your window, and you have to select color history, and you can put it in.
Color history
For window, and then you can add that to your workspace.
Hot diggity dog. Okay.
Again, this is like this. Again, this is mostly catered towards how I set up my stuff. As you can see, like I have the brush size over here underneath my sub tools. I don't want to see all my tools, and I have my sizing like for my sub window or sub view over here on the left, because that's just how I have mine set up.
Yeah, once I'll be figuring stuff out where I like it as I go here.
Like, yeah, no, this is up to you of how you like your stuff. This is how I set up my stuff. Everyone's different of how they set up their workplace stuff. Or like how they have their tools set up. This is like much like how people have their own preference in like pens or pencils. That type of thing, you know?
Yeah, I got you.
So whenever you're doing things like that, you should keep in mind like your art station will change over time. I showed you like why I chose the illustration one for a workspace, and then I kind of modified it towards how I wanted it to be. You know?
Yes. Yeah. Because when you showed me how to do the setups, and then you're like, and I changed it like this, and I was like, ah, I see.
See, I changed a bunch of stuff, as you can tell from the original way of how it's been set up. Like, there's a bunch of things that people don't realize. There's even, like, the color mixing one where you can use, like, other things. But that's, like, that's if you want to use, like, the other pad. I took that off because, like, I didn't need it. I don't use color mixing. Like, it's for those that are using, like, paint overs and whatnot. I just want to use history. But there's even things like the history brush or whatever. But the history only things will just tell you what you've done for your last action. Keep in mind, it usually goes up to like 50 or so, depending on how many actions you've taken. And then it stays like that. For your last, like for whenever you do Control Z or like whatever, or do your undo. You know?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. And if you think there's too much on your screen, little double arrows are a helpful way to like to move things around. Let's say if you didn't want to have like this stuff open, kind of looks like that. And click the arrows, double arrows again, and then it hides it completely on that one side.
I don't even know what those do, so let's get them out of here.
So the ones on the right there are just, let's see.
Waste of space, say no more.
It's not so much a waste of space, but they're assets that you can add in. Let's say you want to add a 3D model, you can add that in.
Oh.
Like, let's say a pose. A certain pose or a body type. You can even add, like, backgrounds if you wanted to. But that's another, again, that's another thing that's from Clip Studio Paint themselves.
Oh my, okay, yeah. Okay.
but it's different per person of what they have in there, or poses, and all that jazz.
Yeah.
You can even make your own if you really want to, but that's another thing. That's another lesson for another day. I just wanted to give you the tools to like what you feel like you needed to have, you know, so you can have fun.
Yeah, I would say mission success. I said it earlier, but I feel
yeah,
much
for
more
sure, no.
powerful.
Yeah, because like again, this is something you should like explore on your own. But if you have like this much knowledge towards some things rather than nothing at all, it helps you a lot, right?
Oh, for sure. The amount of floundering around that I'm going to do post this and before this are two very different things. I'm almost a different person now.
That I taught you a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't go too ham with the lessons anyway. This is like if you wanted to like, if I wanted to go ham, I would have gone super depth type thing. But nah, I just wanted simple, easy bites. Be like, yeah, here, cool.
Oh, yeah.
We just did it like that.
Oh, welcome back, Epic. Well, mission success. I guess with that done, did you want to like do more, or were you just getting that done? Then yes, I'm gonna go do.
I mean, if you really want to, we can start doing other doodles on our own, and just then we can reveal it to each other later, afterwards.
That might be fun, actually.
All right. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna turn off my screen sharing.
Oh shit! Okay.
See, no, whoever's watching on my end, you'll see what I'm doing. Whoever's watching Melian's, will see what they're doing. Well, let's just say, let's go use what we learned today. I'm going to use what we learned today, which is only what I had. Okay.
Okay. And what is our goal here? What's our
So use the tools and lessons that we've learned today, and I want you to make something out of a background using any means of what I taught you.
Just some sort of background.
Complex, and you can do whatever you want.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
I've already given you a lot of tools and how you should do it. Now I want to see how you put that knowledge to the test.
I'm so nervous suddenly. Okay. I have an idea.
Why are you so nervous? I'm just saying, let's just use simple. We're doing simple backgrounds, anyways. We're not doing. I'm like, yeah, just use the tools that I taught you, and make yourself a simple background. How's that sound?
We'll find out.
All right. I'm not gonna go too ham with my drawings as per usual. I'm just gonna use whatever default tools I have, and just kind of use those to my advantage.
I had an idea when I started drawing it, and I completely forgot what the idea was. This is a really bad time to have a brain fart.
Brain fart. No, this seems a little overwhelming, but like I can bust and show you, like you can have fun with it, and just don't think too hard about it. Just go with it.
Okay, I have an idea.
The reason why I say go with it is because like that majority of the time people don't even draw what they think about, and they kind of just go with it. Case point myself, whenever I do stuff.
Just kind of start and just see where it turns into.
Yeah, exactly. Like I pretty much taught you, you can use the opacity tool to like make your little basic draft or sketch of how you want to do for your block and shapes. And afterwards I'm just like sketching with like the brush that I have. You know?
Yes.
And if I feel like I need to add more to it, I just use all the other stuff that I have.
You just use some goddamn magic. I know what you do.
You think
You
you're
freaking
saying like
magician.
I'm a wizard. Calling me a magician now? What is this?
I know what you do, you magician. Okay, this is either...
What did I do then, Nalian?
You know what you did.
Did I? Do I really? 'Cause it sounds like I don't.
I don't know. I think you're playing it off
Playing it off like what?
like every other magician does.
What, I use black magic?
I don't know what kind of magic you're using, but it's something, all right.
So you're saying I'm not using the holy. So you're saying a paladin would smite me, huh?
That's not, I don't know what kind of magic you're using. Are you using
So what?
Are you using smiteable magic? Meep? Is that what you're saying?
Do I look like I should be smited just because I do a little bit of necromancy on the side?
Whoa, no one was accusing you of necromancy.
God, Nelly, how could you? Not all necromancers are evil.
Whoa, yeah, okay, you're starting to put words in my mouth here, Meep.
Oh my God, Nelly's saying that I'm evil.
Do you
because
feel
I'm a bit
guilty
of a
about something?
necromancer. Oh my lord.
Guys, I think Meep's trying to confess something.
I make a couple deals with devils, don't even. Some of them are cool dudes, alright?
Some of them? What kind of devils are you making deals with, man?
Nice ones. Just, we'll say they're nice ones, okay? Just for nice.
Seems doubtful. Does your contract with them make you have to lie when you talk about them?
So, funny story is, not all demons ask for a soul for payment. So, like, you know.
Well, I mean, not all, but I assume
So,
you
know
have
what
at
I'm
least
doing?
like one. You have at least one contract demon out there somewhere, right?
I mean, majority of the time there's fun. It's not gonna end
Made a
the world
couple
like that.
deals.
Made a couple deals. Kind of like that. Maybe sinned a couple times, you know?
Whoa. What kind of sins? What are you committing?
Next question.
Okay, oh, fuck me.
What did you do?
I didn't make a new layer.
Ah, it's okay. You know how I told you about the lasso tool?
Yeah.
There's a way of, cutting it away. So,
This
let's
is
say you have a
not
bit of a mistake in
not
oopsie.
cut awayable.
Okay, but we're gonna go back to that drawing of mine a little earlier, and I'll show you what I mean. Now, let's say you made a little oopsie.
Yeah, hypothetically.
Hypothetically, you made a little oopsie on the wrong layer. We're gonna use the color layer of
Oh, I gotta hop back
just
into the stream.
just for easy. G.
Okay.
Let's say you do that. So if you want to do that, select a certain area. In this case, it's going to be the pink blob that's on a different layer. You can do this. You can use your lasso tool and then put cut and paste. And you know what that does?
I assume it
It
cuts
makes a
out of the
completely
drawing.
new layer cut with that selected area.
Okay.
And now it's independent from where this one is. Where this little thing, it used to be on the same layer, right?
Right.
That's on its own layer. And now it's here.
Oh, that only selected the pink too?
Yeah. So it only selected the one area where the pink is. That's why the selection tool with the lasso tool is very powerful.
Why didn't it grab the like the pencil sketch? Is it because that was on a different layer?
That's
Oh
on a
yeah,
different
that is
layer.
what. Okay, yeah.
So if it's on a different layer, it only selects it there. So you know how my old teacher / instructor used to tell me this? Select it to affect it. So if you select it, you want to affect it there.
Okay, unfortunately not applicable to this fuck up, but
yeah, it's good knowledge.
that's
for
good
you
to
later.
know. Yeah.
That's good to know. Alright, we're gonna close that again. I'll close my stream again, just for you. And I'll let you have your little fun.
I almost made a joke was like, yeah, quote unquote fun, but actually I'm having fun, so.
Exactly. Art is about having fun. See, I told you this. Just be free with it. Just do what you want.
Boom. So how long have you been doing art for?
Okay. So I want you to take a gander of how long I've done which art. Do you mean digital or just art in general?
Let's start with digital art.
Give or take 2 years.
2 years? Hell yeah. Nice.
2 years of digital arting. And I've learned quite a lot. You'll see like whenever I did my first digital art stuff that I was very rough of what I did.
Sure.
And
So what
I
about
didn't
just
quite
like art
understand a
in
lot.
general? Like the first day you're like, I'm going to do art.
I guess you could say over 10 plus years.
Okay, so you see.
So let's just say it's not my first rodeo.
Sure, so it was more like adjusting to digital art than it was like picking up how to art in general.
Oh yeah. Because like I've done, okay, I'll clarify this. I have done both informal and formal ways of drawing.
Okay,
and getting taught.
let's pretend I'm dumb and I don't know what the difference between formal and unformal forms of art.
Let's just say self-taught comparison to being actually taught. So I've been taught both ways, where I've been self-taught by myself and learned everything else on my own, and then as well as like I've been taught by like an actual teacher and stuff on like how I should be doing things, etc.
Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense now. I get you.
Oh yeah. So as you can see, like a lot of the stuff that I've been self-taught has kind of painfully been shown through whenever I draw stuff. You can tell of what my bad habits are for art and junk.
What do you think are your bad habits in art?
Not erasing things.
so you think that you should be doing more erasing?
At all. Okay. To clarify, the reason why it's like that is because my mentality of like whenever I had like a sketchbook was like, oh, this is a waste of paper to like erase everything. It's gonna ruin it. So at this point, I'm just gonna be like, fuck it. I'll just do whatever I have, and then just like maybe erase later after when I feel like inking and whatnot.
Yeah, art stream, let's go.
And so then ever since then, I've been like, I'm gonna use these lines. This looks cool. Oh, that's neat.
So you adopted the premise of happy little accidents before you ever heard about Bob Ross. Cause that's like, that sounds like just another way to say happy little accidents.
I think I'm prompted to think for like, oh, I can make something from this line or this little thing. Oh, this looks like a fun little shape. Maybe I'll use that for funsies. And just darken it in, just add it in. I just kept adding on, and then afterwards it just made something.
Right. Can anyone in chat guess what I'm drawing right now? Look, digital art. My technique is spam clicking.
I can't
Control
see
Z.
what you're doing, anyways.
You can, but
So...
I'm curious if anyone in my chat can guess what I'm drawing. I feel like it's getting more and more obvious, but I guess you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder here.
The beholder.
Let me tell you.
Nah.
I don't know how to get that perspective correctly over there.
If you don't know how to do it properly, yeah, I already taught you how many ways to art cheat, so it's just how you art cheat is different.
Your mic is blown out again. God damn it! I had to turn up for beep. Let me.
Oh no!
See if I can find a good balance. Can you still hear me, okay?
You're a little quiet, but that's okay. It's fine.
My mic's still blowing out. I can actually just turn down my mic too. I don't know how to get it. And you're correct, but not specifically from that. It's just more of like an in general.
Is this like mostly a setting thing or what?
Yeah, so like I talked about like my audio and mic. So for whatever reason, like Obviously, I have like an audio interface for my that plugin. But for whatever reason, even though everything is cranked on people on Discord calls always complain that like they can't hear me very well. Um,
Is it
and to
from
like
the
fix
audio
that,
face
I have to
itself,
like
or
crank my volume to like max on the volume interface, like control the mic volume independently. But when I do that, for whatever reason, my mic volume blows, like it blows out in Streamlabs, even if I like turn it down. So I'm like, it's always a weird in
interesting.
between. They use
Yeah, that
voice
seems like
meter. You
that is such a
should.
weird. There should be a meter to it and whatnot. You can even adjust it to even things like that. But that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure there are workarounds. I just haven't put the time into
You'll
it
find out
yet.
eventually. Don't worry. Don't worry. It happens. We all have those moments.
He has those days.
Are you quoting Miley Cyrus in My House? How could you?
Oh.
Are you quoting this Hannah Montana?
No.
I hear you getting from the Disney Channel. What is this now, Lion?
Noah. God damn it.
What is this NA Lion?
It's always
It's the way.
really it's really funny to me because like people that I've never like met before will like mispronounce my name, and like I'm so used to like getting angry at like chat about it. Well, quote unquote angry. I'm so used to the bit on doing the bit on stream that like I forget that new people won't find it nearly as funny.
It's okay. They won't get the bit until like later. It's
Yeah.
It's our little inside joke, is what I call it.
Yeah, exactly.
So then, whenever people do have big reoccurring viewers and whatnot, they'll understand like, oh, this is actually you're not so serious about it, and like, yeah.
It's a bit.
So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's fun. It's always fun to make little jokes like about yourself and whatnot, and not be serious about it. That's why I'm like, yeah, I got called a femboy. Fuck it, we ball. I'm just gonna be a femboy now.
That's because you are a femboy.
I'm not a femboy. Say. You saw the main outfit thing. I don't have a built-up femboy at all.
I really shouldn't be calling you a femboy because in case anyone in my chat was unaware, I will also be in a maid dress this week. I gotta put something
Wait, what?
on Twitter.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I'm wearing a maid dress on stream this week. You know that? I thought I told you.
You're going back to flesh too? Oh my god.
No, okay, no. So, Cloudy, you know Cloudy,
Yeah.
does drag, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had a drag show. Actually, okay. Lore. One of the very first times I met Cloudy, he was in my stream, and this was before I had ever even been in like a Discord call with him, right? When he was just a viewer to me. And he said, hey, I have a drag show coming up. I would love for you to watch it on stream and react to it. And I was like, that sounds like a great idea. And he finally had the drag show. But like now that like he's not just like a viewer, we decided that he was going to like join me on the stream. But now he's nervous about it because like obviously people are gonna like see him. So the compromise that we made was that I will wear my maid dress, just bust down on camera, right?
Oh damn.
So
You're only the top down view? Oh my god.
yeah, it's only gonna be the top down view.
Oh my god.
I'll like stand up. I'll give y'all a little show if you really want it, but like
Oh my lord. You're
till
getting the
then,
fan
yeah.
service
So
for free,
I'm gonna
friends.
have
You're getting the fan service for free.
yeah. I used to charge for it, so be happy about it. I used to charge $25 to put me into a maid dress on stream.
25, that's so cheap. What is this?
After a couple times, the dress paid for itself.
You know, fair. $25 is $25. That's what I
25
tell
bucks.
people.
Exactly. Yeah. So this Thursday, I will be in the maid dress, bust down. I'll still probably have the VTuber avatar up, but bust down maid dress. And we'll be reviewing Cloudy's drag show. This will be my first time watching a drag show too. So.
Oh damn! Oh damn! Oh, you're in
You're
for a treat.
excited
Man.
for the stream?
You're in for a treat.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting event, I'm sure. For free,
Man,
yes.
People don't understand drag, man. It's so fun.
Have you done drag?
No, I haven't done drag myself, but I've been to a couple of shows here and there.
Oh hell yeah!
It's an experience. That's what I can tell people. Unless you know, you know.
Okay, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a lot of
you're
fun.
gonna see a show anyway, so then that's why I'm like, yeah, it's an experience. That's what it's meant for. It's not really meant to be.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm looking at it. It'll be an experience. Probably be fun.
It's supposed to be a fun experience. That's what people should realize.
Oh, I didn't realize I could cheat like that. No, get these.
What kind of cheat did you learn this time?
Oh, you'll find out, beepy boy.
Is it one of the cheats that I was gonna teach you later?
No, it's not like an actual cheat. It's more of like, it's a cheat that you showed me, just a different variant.
Ah, okay. So you did it more like you can do it in this kind of variation. Okay.
Well, it's more like, oh, this brush exists.
Yeah. Yeah. The reason why I didn't show you too much about it is because like I just wanted you to like explore on your own type thing. I'm the more like you can explore and you can figure out your own. I'm not gonna like backseat you to what you do, you know? If that makes sense.
God damn.
And what you discover.
Mwah. I probably should have kept some. Holy shit! I manually did that. Actually, no, I should. That's never mind. That doesn't look as good.
You lie. You're probably using a tool, aren't you?
No, I was going to, but then it kind of like doesn't do what I want it to do, so I'm not gonna use.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Don't worry about it. Now you're probably wondering, why am I going over it twice? Well, friends, you'll understand in a moment.
Exactly what I'm wondering.
Well, friends, you'll see in a moment as to why I do it in a certain way, and you'll see like, oh shit, that makes it even look more drastic than I thought. Now, if you turn in regularly, you'll understand like why my art style is the way it is. Are you gonna add a dragon? Oh my.
No, dragon. No, I fucking jagged. Jagged.
Jagged. Jagged.
Jagged.
Jagged. Are you jagged, as the kids say?
I did. What? Is that a weird way to ask me if I'm good with the sauce or if I'll bust it down sexual style?
Oh my lord. Don't say it like that. Don't do me like that. No,
What?
Please.
Look, you're the
Please
one who
no.
was asking me if I was a quirked up white boy.
Lord. What, you like skateboards?
Bust it down sexual style, but am I good with the sauce? Actually, not even a white boy.
Oh no. Chat, stop him right now. Stop him right now, chat. He's getting too powerful. He's getting too powerful.
Yeah, once you see this drawing, you'll be like, oh god, what have I created?
I feel like I'm just gonna do mostly a sketch for fun.
I'm
not
ready
gonna
to
color it.
show you whenever you.
Oh, if you want to, okay. Oh, if you want to do that.
No, take your time. Are you finished? Because I can always add more.
In this case, we'll do it like that. We'll do it like that. I'll just, do what I usually do, just colorize it. Give me a second. Get in there, probably.
I am more proud of this than I think I should be.
Alright, sure. Let's go see what you got.
Here it is.
Yeah. Ooh. I see. I see. I pulled up your stream. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay.
See. Oh, nice. Nice.
Thank you.
How wonderful. Alright, alright. I'll show you my end. I'll just screen share it real quick. It's easier. Your stream won't see it anyways, but it's fine.
Oh
It's
my
fine.
god.
Here you go.
Why is that beautiful? Well, I know why
And
it's
I only
beautiful,
use
but
what
damn.
we learned today. Teehee, teehee.
That is hot. Is it that looks like an entrance to a cave?
Yeah, I used the time frame of what we had, so I was like, whatever, I'll do it for funsies.
Yeah, that looks like that could be a bit more time. Really.
But yeah, no. Okay. To clarify as to how I did it, you know how I told you about how you can add colors, change colors the way you want to?
Yes.
So, the reason why it has this kind of effect on it is because I did so. So let's get rid of that for a quick second. I'll show you what I mean. So this used to be pink, like that.
Okay.
And so what I did is I did another technique of mine, where I copied it with a little layer thing right here, where it says new raster layer, that one. It'll be right say where the like little cube thing is. And so I dragged it, brought it over. And you know how I told you about how if you didn't like the color of it, you can change it? Now that we have doubled it, I can select the color that I want. In this case, it was black.
Mhm.
I go edit and convert to drawing color, and now we have this kind of color.
Oh, so now I have like the pink and the black.
So it looks like that whenever you sketch it.
Oh,
It's kind of like that rough
big.
color pencil look that people like sometimes.
Yeah, that looks cool as.
It's why most of my drawings look a little more sketch-like. Or whenever I sketch stuff, it looks like that. And I use this technique quite a lot.
That was
AKA
done
just a
with.
print. That was just me copying the layer and just kind of colorizing it and turning the opacity down.
How did you copy the layer again?
Okay, so remember how I told you about how you can copy stuff? So there's a way of doing it. So if you select the layer that you want, in this case, it's the drawing layer that I did here, this one. If I want to do it, I just go to where it has a little blank thing. It's right beside where the cube is. And I go drag it down there, and I drop it there. And now I made a copy of it. And
Okay,
so
yeah,
now,
and then you did the.
and then I did everything else as you saw before. But that's how you copy it, the short and simple way.
Okay,
You can just drag and drop. So let's say if you didn't like how the first one looks, you can also just alter it by making it another version of it. That way you don't feel like, oh, it's permanent forever type thing. But in reality, it's not. You can just make another copy of it and just start from scratch or change it up how you want it to. That's also why a lot of artists will be doing the same technique over again. Let's just say like CGI art of like visual novels, they do this technique a lot.
Oh, the old copy pasta.
Yes. Depending on what they do, yes. They will copy pasta. Same parts of the art. Let's say if they wanted to add clothing, that's on a different layer, and that's on a different thing. And the person's covered up. You know, it could be shirtless, shirt on, shirt off, etc., etc. Or like PNGs and whatnot. And that's how they cheat a certain digital art.
Yeah, and then if you want to add like a motion blur, you just do this. Oh, cool.
So yeah, there's other things that I can tell you about how you can change the layer and just have like change it. You can even do other things like put a filter on it if you want to, but that's another thing. That's another story of what you can potentially do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Once again, I feel like I've powered up.
Yeah. I've taught you many techniques
Yeah,
that you
now
can
let's
pretty
see,
much
like,
do it in a
fucking
simple way.
draw.
I do the simple way, you know?
I know now.
I'd rather than thinking about, oh, it's complex and whatnot, I gave you the short and simple type, like, oh, this, you can do it like that. You know?
Yeah, I appreciate it. I've like obviously I've looked at digital art before and I've like tried drawing like a couple of things, but like it never felt like I was learning. I was just kind of drawing lines and hoping for the best. But like now, like just this short time that we spent with this, I feel like more confident in myself with some of these
See,
techniques.
exactly. I taught you many things. Digital art can be very, very easy if you put your mind to it. Everyone's different from how they do things, and, you know, I'm glad that you're starting to learn and have fun with it.
Dude. I need to do more of this.
But yeah, if you want to have more lessons or if you want to have more tips or art, like advice and whatnot, you can just hit me up and I'll tell you, or I'll give you more answers to like more questions that you have.
Yes, I know we're gonna need to have like a perspective
yeah.
slash 3D draw.
Because like I already told you, I gave you like the 2D lesson of how like constructive and whatnot. I did that pretty much like as like a simple way. But if you want to go in more in depth, we could.
Right.
The possibilities of lessons are endless, but this is our first time. This is
sorry
the
to
first lesson with me and Natalie, anyways.
Yes, this is just the first.
Like, I taught you like how to like set up your canvases and whatnot, anyways. So you know, like have a better your workspace set up so that how you would like to look at for whenever you're doing your first art stream. You know, I helped him with that secretly. Don't tell. It's okay, chat. I can reveal that.
Wait, what did you reveal? I missed it.
Nothing. I totally didn't do anything.
What did you do?
Nothing. Anywho.
Suspicious.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, she's give me a bark. Barks redeemed it. All right.
Oh yeah, bark for us. You've gotten so good.
Fuck. It's fine.
I remember your very first bark.
What? It's because I don't bark.
How much it hurt.
I try not to bark, and now you can see what happens.
And now you're a wonderful.
Christ Almighty.
Getting up there. You're doing good, kid.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. But if you have more like things that you want to learn in the future, just give me a couple a list of things that you want to learn more about, more in depth, and I can go compile like a lesson.
I say, have we already gone through the lesson plan that you mentioned to me earlier? Or
I pretty much gave you like pretty much what you needed for when you're gonna do your own stuff. You know?
Okay. Wonderful.
I didn't want to go too hard on you, as in like I didn't want to like
give you
too many tools at once and like
you know what?
Type of thing.
Let's break the awkward here. Critique my drawing that how to improve.
For the lesson that we gave you, it's really good. It's good. Using all the tools that I taught you and which I've shown you, pretty much.
Yes.
And it's shown you, and you've shown like you know how to use a lot of things and how you can change the opacity and other things. Like I even see you using techniques that I've shown you quite a few times, like adding like another layer there, whatnot. Even adding like a bit of like other brushes and tools. I'm proud of you for that too.
Oh, he's proud. Clip it. He's proud of me. You heard him.
And as well as the fact that you're also like using like the transformation tool, as I can see here and there. I'm like, oh, that's good. That's good.
I know what you're talking
about. You still have it selected, by the way.
I know. You said that because I had done the selection tool to like play with how it looked when it was like offset, because that's what I meant. Like it looked like you can have like a motor with that.
Oh yeah,
it's rad.
I mean, you can also there's other ways of manually making the effect, but that's a different thing entirely.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so then
Instead of using like filters.
looking at
but
this,
yeah.
what is the next step to improve?
Well, if you want to take it further, I would say, let's say a little less usage on the tool itself. The little, like the elements, the sticky thing they use for the brushes. I'd say have a little less on that.
Wait, what?
Sometimes they say a little less is more. In some cases, that way
Like too
it doesn't
many
feel like
cracks
it's a
in
crap.
the thing, like overused.
Like,
that,
what I mean-
that brush.
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes you might want to have a
agree.
little less of the cracks in there, and then other times you can be like, oh, okay, this adds more detail to it.
Yeah,
That
I
type of
can
thing.
I can agree with that. I think it could use less as well.
Also, I see you've done a lot of shading with the cross hatching over there on the mountain. I see.
Yeah, I need to do that better. That looks like garbage.
No. I'm not saying you don't need to do better. I'm saying that's good that you're doing it. That's a little
I'm
more
saying-
advanced lesson. But I would say it's not too advanced. There's very techniques that I would show you, but that's something else you can learn on your own if you want to, or I can teach you. I don't know.
I would
But yeah,
say
the shading
no.
does help with the depth. See, exactly.
Shading is your favorite part. Whack. It helps to add depth. I'm glad, because that was like one thing I was like concerned about was like how to get depth between like especially on a 2D drawing, like how to add that depth between like obviously the island and then the mountain
you wanna
to show
add
that the
more
mountain
to
is
it.
on it, not like flat with it.
And you can be a little more confident with a couple of your lines. I see a couple of them where you kind of hesitated in some areas, if that makes sense,
Maybe.
because you didn't feel like a little comfortable doing it like that. I'd say go for it. Sometimes you can even go lighter in certain areas if you want to, and that way you can go here. See,
Next.
exactly.
My favorite things to learn that drawing is more deceiving the eye to make things look 3D rather than drawing.
See, exactly. I agree.
That makes
with
sense.
Lana there.
That's true. Trying to think of how that works at the same time.
But I agree. Sometimes drawing is a little more deceiving to the eye to make it look 3D or true to life. You don't have to be true to life or anything like that. Again, this is just for your interpretation and what you want it to look like.
Right.
And it's for your own satisfaction because, it's for you. If you want to do art for someone else, you can. But for the most part, I do art for me. And because it helps me express myself.
You do
and have
art
fun.
for me.
I do it for me, myself.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, so with your expertise, I'm gonna call it. As in my eyes, you're an expert. If I wanted to add more depth, is what I think is the term, between the mountain and the island, to make the mountain looks like it's like closer to the center of the island rather than around the edge. That's
Okay.
my first step.
So, you know how you have, let's just use myself as an example. We'll use a different brush for this for like a good, we'll use this one. We'll use this one for example. Okay, so you know how you have your mountain there, where it looks like that, and you wanted to have more depth, right?
Do this on
To it?
Violet. Yeah.
What you could do is from where you had your little mountain, you could skew it a bit. You can have another triangle like that. And then add
Wait.
your triangle like here. Like that, right? That's how it typically sets up. But you can do it further by making the triangle extend out, going like that. By going further down in a certain angle, that way, for examples. And like how, you know how I did for mine here? I wanted it to be more like that. That's why it doesn't look as flat.
Yeah.
Because I went more with like, let's see. I went more with like the idea of I want to accentuate the triangle here. And so I use that approach and like have the idea of like an invisible pyramid like that. You know how I was talking about like angles?
Oh fuck. Okay, yeah. Invisible
So I was
pyramid
using that to
not a thing
advantage.
I thought about.
So this is why I told you shapes are very important. So whenever I was thinking about that, I didn't really think about it. I was like, oh, this would look cool if I changed it from like that. And I used emphasis of the triangle itself. And then kind of use that as a shape point for when I'm doing things like that. And then I added stuff like here, these little rock points like that. Kind of beveled it and burnt. Because it kind of goes like a little C. Kind of like a C right here. Kind of like that. And think of it like that. So now you got a little C that's kind of curved like that. All I did was just add a couple lines to it. See? I'm just giving myself an example as to like what I would potentially do in your case. Since in your case, I could just change it. If you wanted to make your mountain look a little more depth, you can add a bit more things like you can change more of like the angle of how you have your little island map, like that. And kind of go like that, and then have your mountain go downwards, like this.
Oh
Like
shit! Okay,
So
you're
now-
bending my mind here sometimes. But it's like I realize like what a closed mind I was like looking at it with. You know what I mean? And then you like do it, and I'm like, oh.
So let's say, so now you have that. You can change the mountain to be forward instead of back. So now you have your mountain go like that way. And then you can have things like, you can add things like trees and all that over here, and it kind of looks like that. You can add a bit here and there, all that. But for the most part, you can just change part of where you put the angle and line. Why I told you, like, perspective plays a heavy part if you want to change how you upgrade your art.
Oh shit. Okay, repeat.
So, yeah, I'm just doing that just to go clean up the lines. Don't worry about
Where
it.
did it go?
So like, you know how you have your little island here like that? This, yeah?
Yeah, I was like,
So you can keep it like that. You can keep it like that. You just don't add anything onto the bottom here. What do you mean don't add anything to the bottom? I mean you add things to the back rather instead, here. Instead. Or you can add bevels and curves. When I mean bevels and curves, you can add like other lines, let's say. You can shorten it by putting it like that. And now it looks like there's more in this, more like this one is part of the land here. This is the land here now. And because you brought it forward, see? Because this one goes upwards. And this goes downwards. Like that. See?
oh, okay. So I'm just gonna see if I can catch up here. Or am I looking at this?
Is your mind a little blown that I just told you a different perspective?
Yeah, I'm not struggling, but I'm struggling. Back it up.
See? See? All I did was just add a couple lines, and that's it. It just changed everything, right?
Yeah. Mentally crying right now.
So you can see why playing with shapes is fun for me, and why I kind of just like, oh, this is how I can do it. This is neat, interesting, and why I told you like, if you wanted to do more in-depth stuff like this, this is what I meant by like in-depth stuff, where I'm telling you like pretty much I wouldn't say the science, but rather the science of certain arts, like this one, for example, where changing one line changes everything for perspective purposes, you know? Or changing the angle of the line. You know?
Oh my fuck.
I'm
Now
sorry,
that looks so much better than what I had originally.
but yeah, see?
Wowza, okay.
So yeah, you can keep that in mind for the next time you're doing things like if you want to make it more in
3D.
depth.
Oh, it's right. This is more it's 2D now, right?
I'm more free-handed, and I kind of just like whatever. This is 3D. We're doing 3D. 3D art, friends.
Yeah, it's 3D.
And ironically, I showed Nalian of how to use 3D art without the need of like giving tools and whatnot. I just gave him like, oh yeah, the shape can go be like this. You can bend it like that. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Just by adding an extra line, it changes it tremendously so. But yeah. But yeah, you're interested,
Beautiful.
right? So now you can do that for whenever you do your next art. Or you can go even add that to your art right now if you want to. But that's up to you.
I love the concept of floating islands, so I might be doing a lot of floating islands to like learn.
See, you wonder why I did this unironically, because I know you mentioned a while, like when we were talking about it, you're like, oh, I like backgrounds, and then you also mentioned like floating islands and whatnot. I was like, bet.
Yeah, I would say like backgrounds, like concept environment art is kind of mostly what I want to learn.
See, I told you, I gave you,
Maybe even
I
some, like,
catered
pets.
towards you. I catered my lesson plan towards you of what your understandings were when it comes to art.
And I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome. See,
I can make this better.
see this, friends? Art isn't hard. And art is a skill, as I tell everyone.
Well,
It's
okay.
not...
Well, let's
it's not
not get
a
ahead of
talent.
ourselves saying art isn't hard. I'm near sweat.
People can put a lot of things and just be like, yeah. I don't know. No, if you want to go more in depth with art, you can. But this is what you wanted to learn. You wanted to learn background art. So this is what I'm telling you. It might be a little complex in some cases, but in reality, this is what you're going to be working with when it comes to background art.
These are but the basic.
But I'm pretty much just telling you the basics of what you're going to have to, like, you're going to learn whenever you're doing art on your own. You know?
Get a more formal training.
I wouldn't say it's formal training, but rather it's more like I'm giving you pretty much like how a tutor would or like a teacher would tell you.
Yeah, that's kind of formal.
In some cases, but as you can tell, I taught you the informal ways and like how I was taught, like my self-taught ways, as you can tell, how I've been speaking. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. So so Nalian, you know how I showed you how like to make a little pyramid?
Sure.
Yeah, just pretty much. So like if you wanted to do it like that, in that case, let's just like completely delete the little pyramid and make it easier for yourself. You first start with a triangle here. And then you add the line. Usually you add the line that's further down from the other two initial lines. And then you can add your other two lines like that.
Okay.
There's your pyramid.
You're calling me a weirdo for drawing the other two first.
I thought, okay.
You're
To
like,
be fair, I
what
thought
in the
this was
hell are you doing?
Because
Yes,
I was
little
taught in a
art
way where a lot of like shapes and whatnot, be like that, of how pyramids were, and other. I thought that was pretty much taught whenever you're in like math class, and I was like, I just took that type of teaching.
I think I was
Let's say
paying
if you wanted to
attention
do
during
like
math
that.
class.
Like, yeah, a lot of 3D dimensional shapes that we have are from like math class themselves. That's why I tell people, like, if you want to learn more, you can just look at like 3D shapes and just break them down. Like, you can take shapes and just break them down like that, like how I did with your stuff. Kind of just broke it down, be like, I changed this by adding that, by adding a line to it, you know? Just think of it as like an invisible line, as they say. Like, let's see. So if you wanted to add, let's say, it'd be a pyramid, like that. It'd be kind of like that. Think of like a dotted line. It's a square bottom, like that, kind of skewed.
Right.
Like that.
Okay, yeah.
Or in this case, like the box is like that.
Getting that. Yeah.
And it kind of adds up to your thing. It's like how people make cubes a lot whenever they were in, like, you know, elementary school. They're like, oh, this is cool. Kind of using that skill. I know I made like the badly shaped thing, but I'm doing this for like pretty much just like demonstration purposes. Don't mind me. Think of it like that whenever you're doing things like that. I'll also tell you another secret too. Whenever I do like backgrounds and whatnot, I usually look around for like household random ass objects, and I was like, just use those for some of my backgrounds.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's just using a reference, right?
Not so much a reference, but rather I kind of just use those household items as a placeholder as to what I kind of like the shape of, and take advantage of the shapes that are in that photo. If that makes sense.
Yes. I got you.
I usually, and then I just kind of put them either on my screen here, on like my sub view and whatnot, as you see and whatnot. I don't know. I've also seen a lot of your art, Iodart. Teehee.
You have?
I've seen a lot of things, man.
Oh, she.
Don't act as if I didn't see.
Iodart does my my profile picture.
Yeah, I know I did. I know
That's
she did.
Iota.
That's
yeah,
what I was like, yeah. I
I've
told you,
I've
I was
been-
on her profile a while back, and I kind of knew.
Oh, really? Yeah, they're
Yeah.
really good. They've.
See, exactly.
shit.
I see you do a lot of. I see a bunch of art. Sometimes you even did a bit of background art too. Why not? But you like
one
you
of
art.
my-
It's cute.
One of my goals one day is to get absolutely blazed with them and just see what our brains come up with on the canvas.
Teehee.
What are your? Have you ever gotten absolutely blazed and done art? What's your review? That Iota.
Let's just say I have done many of the things when it comes to art.
Is that a yes? Okay.
I'm not gonna let you have your
Hypothetically-
imagination go wild. That's all I can
Hypothetically,
tell you.
let's say that it's a yes. What would you hypothetically rate it? Scale of 1 to 10.
For what?
Getting blazed and doing.
Let's just say it's if you want to have your muses, you want your muses. You know what I mean? Wink.
I don't.
It's much like how other people would do, let's just say, drinking while they do art sometimes. Wink.
Little hypothetical soju cocktail and.
You know, hypothetically, you might be doing a drinking stream while doing art. Wink. Or you might be drawing while you're drinking. Wink.
Hypothetically, every time you do an art stream. Wink.
No, I don't do that all the time. Hypothetically, though, I don't do that.
Sure. Whatever you say, buddy. Blaze
Well,
art is either
yeah.
really fun or really a struggle. I can see that. I don't get blazed enough to be able to know how I'll react, so it makes me really.
Okay, to be fair, you do you. If you want to have fun with it, you want to have fun with it. That's what I tell people.
Valid.
But yes. let's just stop streaming that. It's a lot easier. How do I use this? Do I render it now? Kind of want to.
It's a good. It's a good.
I could render. Nah, I won't render it just for the sake of like I don't wanna. We'll just call it like, you know, art lessons with Nelly. And we're gonna put this in a different art folder for funsies. It's easier.
If you draw something that you're proud of, you're proud of it. I don't care if it's
not so
part
much
of my
me
lesson.
proud of it. It's more like I just want to go like this is more like catered towards what we've been doing. Okay, let's go put this in a different. Let's not put this in my sketch folder. Let's put this in elsewhere. Let's put this elsewhere.
Sketch folder.
Okay, I'm not gonna confirm nor deny that I have an art folder full of like my sketches, basically being my sketchbook and whatnot. But it's basically my sketchbook and whatnot.
I would be surprised if you didn't. Gonna be honest. I expected you to have a folder full of all of your art.
As if. We'll save this for funsies. We'll save this one. Here you go. I named it. It's fine. There's also ways of like naming your layers and whatnot, but that's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a. I'm gonna get like a keyboard or something to connect to this, so that way
Honestly, yeah.
use it.
If you can have a keyboard whenever you're doing things like this, it would be a lot easier. I'll say this is in a good way, because like it gets a little bit of a hassle to every time to like keep tapping a certain top part. Let's just say like the undo button or whatever.
Yeah.
And you have to keep tapping it on the top of the screen all the time. Where you can just use Control Z.
Yeah, when you say it like that.
I said this in a nice way, but like some people are like use an expression remote or whatever. You can also do that kind of option if you so choose. You can also technically use your phone as a remote if you so want to.
Oh no, that sounds awful. I was gonna get. I
Um,
was looking at like those little micro. I guess not micro, but like you should save all your sketches straight onto your desktop. That sounds like it'd make my desktop even worse. I was looking at those like little like macro keyboards that have like 6 keys and like a dial for like just use for shortcuts.
Oh, those. Okay, wait.
I don't know if you have, because they're cheaper than like the controllers that
I remember one time I briefly talked about like that type of thing. They can range between like $50 to like even higher, depending on what kind of controller you have.
Yeah, but like those micro keyboards can like, they're just 6 keys. They can go from like 17.
I mean, you can program it to the way you want to. That's what I tell you.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I'll
exactly.
I'll
That's why I was
power to you.
like, oh, if I just set that up as macros,
You could.
Control Z undo this specific key
Exactly.
combination.
You could do that. Like I said, that's fun. Oh, thank you. Nah, it was just me playing around with some stuff.
You currently using to draw? I'm drawing on my Microsoft Surface. The Surface Pen and Clip Studio.
It's... Oh yeah. Thank you.
It's fucking sick. I can't believe you do that in the time it took me to draw that dumbass island. Now that
Oh, dude,
is
it's just
crazy.
having fun with it, man. Don't think too hard about it.
There.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, this is what I was doing with Malian earlier. AKA me just playing around stuff. See, I told you, it's all about shapes at the end of the day. People don't realize it. I'm like, yeah. At this point, I just like have fun. I just have shapes. And people are like, oh, art is hard. Why is this all like that? No, it's just shapes.
Yeah, shapes are hard.
Like people shape. It's like, man. But people don't realize you can just like shapes are used for everything, man.
Earn them.
How do you think anime was made?
Shapes.
Just shapes. Shapes.
How dare you insinuate that shapes were used in my anime? Okay, Meepy.
Yes.
Look at the creation I've started on now. That look like a better start than the other one. Obviously, there's more to do, but
it's more geometric than I thought. I just gave you that as like a little guideline as to what you want to do. But yeah,
more geometric. What do you mean by more geometric?
When I mean more geometric, I mean you're kind of using the guidelines as if they're true. Which I mean, I kind of just told you like, just keep those in mind rather than keeping a straight line all the time.
Oh yeah. That's what I meant by like there's more work to do. I'm gonna change.
But yeah, it's going good.
Look
it's going
less
good.
like straight cut.
Mm-hmm.
I was just more getting the outline.
Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good. But yeah,
can teach an old dog new tricks.
You can even get rid of like the little triangle point if you really want to. Or the reason I say that is because you can just like you can change it by like curving it if you so choose. Like curving the front line, and then that make it look more round. But I don't know. That's up to you. But that's more of an expression thing for funsies.
Right.
But do what you want. I'm proud of you, Nalian. See, you're having fun with it.
But he said it again.
What, you want me to say like good boy and stuff?
No,
for
I don't.
Free? Oh my god.
I don't want that.
You don't want that? Are you sure about this?
I'm sure.
Ah, man. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna take your community. Just kidding. Or am I?
Huh? Now you're threatening my community? You think you can do that? Just because you have a deep, suave voice that people want to be called good boy and good girl to, huh?
I don't have a deep voice.
Yeah.
I
Do the
don't
voice.
have that deep of a voice.
Do the voice.
Do what?
Do the voice, Meep.
Why are you saying do the voice? I haven't done anything.
You know the voice I'm talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello there.
There it is. Goodbye, chat. Have fun with Meep.
I haven't done anything.
We're all gone now.
Oh god, you think I'm gonna just take your community just because I'm a little,
Yeah, you just did. I heard the screams of 1,000 little souls leaving my chat.
1,000 little souls. Me like,
1,000
oh
little
wow, hot boys. Oh nah, I'm a little scuffed. You already know I'm scuffed. I have fun, make jokes. Sometimes I'm a bit sus because some people.
Sometimes.
Some people, they know who they are.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Or the fact that I have
all on your own.
What do you mean I do this all on my own, man? I see you redeeming it. Don't you act like innocent that you don't redeem it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Redeem what?
Various things, man. Various things.
What redeem are you talking about, me?
I mean, who wanted the bark redeem? Who wanted
It wasn't
that?
me.
I know it wasn't you. Oh, she wanted the bark, but still.
Yeah,
It's been used pretty frequently, man. I've been called... people... I'm surprised that this redeem has been there. I don't know. Maybe I might have to... I don't know. I just have... Wait. I should probably set it up to like being limited once per month. I'll go do that on the 1st of like the next month for funsies. For the next time. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I should start thinking of the next.
You can do what I do and just be like, yeah, this is the
That's so
redeem for the
cool.
month.
Oh, I'm so glad that you showed me some of that stuff with the lasso tool.
See? Told you.
Holy shit.
Teaching you, like, you know, the smallest things goes a long way.
It does. I think this is already looking better. Thanks a lot.
But I'm glad you're having fun with it.
I am, and I appreciate the time that you have set aside here to
What are you talking about side of
show
time?
me the
I
roads.
was like, fuck it, let's go.
Okay, well, ball, dude.
Just kidding. It wasn't like fuck it, we ball. It was more like, yeah, this is cool. Have fun with it. Alright. But I'm glad you asked me for like giving you art advice and whatnot.
Yeah, and I
You could
appreciate
ask
it.
many others. You can even ask Toshi even how to do stuff. And you're making me think like I'm a
Toshi's
wise
very
old
good
sage
artist.
or some shit like that.
You are a wise old.
But I'm not. I'm just
You're
a
not-
little guy
You're a fucking wizard.
saying I'm a
Shit,
wizard and
put that-
stuff. What? Excuse me?
Sorry, I am crying to myself.
About
What?
what?
I drew it. Oh, what that key? Okay, yeah, that's what I see. All right, time to unfuck up. Bam. Correct layer.
Did you do a silly and put on the wrong layer?
I sure did.
That's okay, that happens.
Really look-
Now you see why I like doing art streams every so often. It's fun, they're chill. You can just talk about whatever, whatever comes in your mind, and you can continue doodling. You know?
Yeah, I think I'm more art.
See, exactly. Art with Malian, new series.
Yeah, I mean we could honestly do a thing where we get into a call and like we get prompts to draw.
Oh yeah, that seems like fun. Do you want to do that? We can do that somewhat weekly if you want to.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. I mean, it would obviously help with like my learning, and then it could just be a fun thing, or even like not even have prompts, like just hop into a call and just talk.
Exactly. We
while
can
we're
do art
both drawing.
talks. Art talk? Question mark?
Art
Trademark?
talk?
Just kidding.
Art talk. Art talk with Meepy.
Man, now you're making me think of like, man, I was supposed to. Okay, wait. We're not gonna do.
Are you about to spoil something?
No.
Yeah, you sound so confident with that. No.
Totally not. I was not gonna spoil something that I have been putting into the works for the past couple weeks to months. And so I was planning to set up maybe something in a sense that would be more reoccurring.
Like what?
I don't know. I can't say. If I were to quote unquote do a series with various others.
Ah, okay. Nice.
In a similar podcast form.
Well, it seems like you already have something. Now, I'm not gonna say you have something coming for it, but it sounds like you might already.
Nah, but I've let's see. I put into thought, oh, this is the wrong layer. Oh well, I'll use it. It's fine. I'll just combine it. We'll just merge it. Merge layer below. Here we go. Oh yeah, I didn't teach you that, did I? Oh well, we can teach that next time.
Yeah, you teach me that. Oh no. What did you teach me?
Nah, I've already taught you a lot of things. I don't want to overload you with knowledge.
I feel like I could handle like a little bit more now. I would have like. I'm unfortunately very absorbed into what I'm drawing now, but I just need to do this one edge. Then I can learn more. Like do this edge.
All right. Okay, if you really want to, okay, well, we'll just go straight on my end again for funsies. Here's what I have here.
I'm not looking yet.
Okay. You see what I'm doing?
No, not
So
yet.
far, or no? Not yet? Okay,
No,
I'll
I'm
wait
just
for you.
finishing up this edge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that looks like shit. Okay. I'll take these. Okay, I'm not looking.
Okay, yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, cool.
Okay, what do you?
Alright, now that you're looking at my screen here, okay. You know how I told you about how sometimes you could be like, oh shit, I'm on the wrong layer. Say, let's give this example. Let's go ahead, like, oh, you're on here, you're doing this here. And you're like, oh, this is not actually it, right? You can do another thing here too, where you can just color it over. I'm just doing this for example purposes. And like when you call it that, oh, it's not there. It's not supposed to be there. You can do another thing, where you can go click it, which in your case you'd have to tap it. Like this is right clicking, by the way, when you retap it. And so it'd be like, it'll show you a whole thing here, a whole menu of like for what you do, but it'll be on the bottom side. It'll say things like transfer to lower layer, as in like it'll go back down there, merge with layer below, or merge visible layers, flatten image, etc.
Mm-hmm.
It'll say those type of prompts. What it initially means is for things like, let's say, merge with layer below, it's the one that's underneath. So you know how there's the layer that we have that's right here? This one that I'm clicking? That. It'll only merge this layer that's right here, layer number 4.
Right.
Because you affected that. So let's say if you select this one, it'll only affect the layer number 4. So if I say merge with layer below, it merges there. However, if it's, say, merge selected layers, you can control click and select many other ones. Let's say selecting layer 5 and 4. That's control clicking, and that has, you can merge selected layers. Those ones, because those ones are selected layers.
Is
Right?
it like deleting the other layers to make it one layer, or is it
So technically,
taking the content
merging
from one
layers
layer?
does not delete them. It combines them. Instead.
Right. So if you had 3 layers and you were merged with
So
them,
hypothetically,
you would go from
let's
3 to
say,
one layer.
it'd be like if you selected all 3 of those layers and you put merge selected layers, those are going to merge together. You know?
I gotcha. That makes
Or
sense.
you can do the other thing where it says merge visible layers. And that means all the things that you see on screen right now are the ones that you're going to be merging with, including the paper layer, which is your background. If that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, I'm following. Surprisingly, I am.
Flatten image is basically the same thing, where it just flattens all the layers together into one whole thing itself. But yes, when it means flatten image, it means like it's just gonna take everything out. It'll merge every single thing and be by itself. Like it'll be like this. It'll be like just the paper layer with everything on it.
I actually needed that. Now I have merged my sketch layer into one whole instead of having two separate ones.
Correct. If you wanted to have
Lovely.
the whole thing, you can have visual aids. But correct. Just make sure to, like, when you're doing that, you keep in mind that it will destroy all the layers that you've had, and it'll be permanent on there until you save.
Right.
I mean, when you save, okay? So, if you wanted to add more layers and stuff, you'd have to add that afterward. When I mean permanent, it means like once you save it, it'll save like that.
Right.
You know?
Oopsie,
you won't have any more
gone.
layers of that. It's like destructive art, or like destructive editing, as they call it. You know? Just for you to keep in mind whenever you're doing art, if you ever so choose to like do things like that. Some artists do this type of technique if they want to go continue rendering, but they didn't want to go like start over from scratch from looking for various layers. And they go add onto it instead. Like a paint over technique, or added wanted to, let's say, have line work, but they didn't want to go through the whole process. And this is a way to shorten it. You know?
Yeah, you just add a boom. There, and it's all done. All one.
That way. What you want? Well, yeah, hopefully that's helpful enough to, like, for what your purpose is. Hopefully that didn't overload you too much.
No, actually, I'm surprisingly not terribly.
Yeah.
Oh shit! No, I can put that. Okay, I don't know if you've taken a look at it recently.
Not quite yet. I was planning to like look in a little bit.
Okay.
For funsies. Because, you know, I wanted you to like express yourself how you would.
Oh, I am. Nice. Like it.
Exactly. Art is an expression that you can be free about.
Yeah, labeling them is hard to do because I don't have to keep it connected. As for very useful to avoid destructive editing. That is probably also true. But not using it quite yet. Not yet.
True, but I wanted to teach him how to do stuff like that so that he knows like he can just do it like that in the quick and simple way. You can also use masks, like I know Alec. But like, yeah, everyone can do what they want, but this is just methods that I was much self-taught about and whatnot for my own digital art journey. Because to be fair with you, I learned everything else by myself, digitally art-wise.
Right, and now fucking like.
Because like again, I didn't really have a tutor or anyone teaching me how to do it, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just learn on my own.
So. And now I get to reap the benefits. Yay!
I had a bit of like my own knowledge carried over a little bit from when I did Photoshop stuff.
You had what?
Photoshop stuff. Some of that knowledge did carry on when I was doing Photoshopping stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If that makes sense.
Oh, that is.
Yeah, I feel like I want to do this in monotone. I mean, not monotone. Single tone color scheme for funsies. Because I don't feel like going all out for it. You know, going all out for colors.
That makes sense. Colors, coloring and all that seems gonna add a whole new, like, quite literal
It has a
layer
whole
to
new
everything.
meaning.
Layer plus. Oh fuck. Oh, I've made this sick. Oh, that looks sick. Oh my god.
For what? What'd you do?
This all feels so much more like doing and not feeling like
See?
shit about it.
Told you. If you want to do stuff, it's all about shapes. I literally told you, it's just about shapes. Do majority of people believe me? No, they don't. They're like, oh no, you're lying. No. I mean, it's just shapes.
It is shapes.
The secrets to art, it's just shapes.
Oh, I should have done
How
that
do you
line
think?
though. Actually, no, it's fine.
Well, yeah, see? Add little shapes, steps and sides. I don't know. Add bevels and curves. To where you think. Adding those extra lines. Add to it how you like, you know?
That looks like ass. Okay, let's. I think I'm gonna have one happy plate. I tell you to look.
Happy tutor. Oh my.
One happy tutor. I don't mind patting myself on the back about something
Wow,
I'm
I'm
quite
proud
proud
of
of.
you, Malian. You're having fun with art. I'm proud of you.
Oh. Okay, I think. Okay, yeah.
But do you think we should call it for today?
Take a look. Oh, I want you to look at this first.
Okay.
I know the shade needs more, but
Yeah. Wow.
that sounded so fake. He like
No,
loud
but
me
for
like I
real,
was like
you did pretty good. You did
like a
good. You did
3-year-old.
really good for
who
like
was
your knowledge and how I pretty much just taught you what you did and like what I've spoken about. But yeah, I'm really proud of you. The fact that you're also using like the opassity
Wow,
layers.
that'll go on the
and whatnot.
fridge, sweetie.
See, you can keep that as the way it is. It's nice. Nice.
It is, I like it. Obviously, I
Me
can.
too.
There's some things I need to fix. I think I've made a lot of progress already from that drawing
You
of
made a
Fall
great
Guys
amount of
cloudy.
progress. See? You did. You did.
Yahoo! I know you're talking about Connie here. Yeah, if you are all set with this, yeah.
Because like I
Oh,
taught you pretty much how to do, you know, the effects of like perspective and like pretty much just easy shapes.
Mm.
Let's say like triangles and whatnot can go a long way if you use like skew it in certain proportions, change it. So as I showed you before, like how I made like if you wanted to have a mountain before it, you just add another line to it, and it looks like it's going in the front of you, you know. Or things like if you wanted to go make it more towards how you want to, let's say like towards you, you just change the angle. of how you would draw the line, you know,
Yeah, it's
just by adding that one
it's
extra
starting to
line.
click.
And I taught you basically like how, if you want to feel like you want an effect here, use the left tool. Let's say if you like select it or like lasso it and use the transform tool in combination, you can change the shape of how you want it to be. You know? I've taught you many things. I'm not gonna test you, you know, this will be a VOD for later if you want to go look back.
Okay, let's see if the test.
You'll see it, it's okay. There'll be a VOD of it, don't worry, don't worry.
Rewatch.
Maybe I might do a TLDR art series, who knows? Just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. There's a bunch of art, there's already people that do art lessons here and there.
I'm gonna clickbait this for a YouTube video called "I hired a artist to teach me how to art." I'm gonna. Oh, I should do that as a TikTok. Use a TikToker voice. You guys would not believe what I did to learn art.
Okay. What? Nothing? Nothing happened, alright? Nothing happened. Shh. Oh man. It's fine. Anywho. You're just gonna clickbait me saying you hired me? What is this?
I hired an artist to teach me how to.
But you didn't hire me.
I hired you with, you know.
See this? He's already lying on TikTok, friends. He's already lying on TikTok.
I hired you. You get.
Hired me how?
You said, "Hey, I would love to do this work for you," and I was like, "All right, kid.
Wait, that's a different thing. That's a different
I can bring
thing
you on.
entirely. You didn't hire me to do art lessons with you.
I can. No, I hired you to do art lessons for me.
Art lessons for you. With what money?
We never agreed to money. I can hire you without money.
Sway.
I'll give you head pats someday. How about that? I could pay you in head pats.
Head pats. Head pats.
Yep.
My God.
Pretty good currency, I'd say. Worth a lot.
Yes.
That's why I'm paying you with. Deal? You agreed. He agreed. Flip it.
Clip it. All right.
He
I guess
agreed. I'm paying him in head pats.
You can give me hip pats. But that means I get to. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
That means you get to what?
Don't worry about it.
You ever say something sus?
I'm not a bit sus.
And see, you tried to blame.
Sus.
You tried to blame your chat earlier for you being sus, but here you are, unprompted.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Trying to say something.
I'm so not sus.
You were thinking something. I don't know what it was.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there it is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
it.
I'm talking about nothing. What are you talking about?
Likely story. Now that you've been caught, huh?
With what? I don't know what you're talking about.
We can't play ignorant all day, Meep. We all know.
I am not playing ignorant. I swear to you, we are playing such say-so ways.
Sure.
We're so say-so, alright?
Yeah.
So say-so, it's fine.
Says the. I remember your moan redeem. Don't let that.
You can blame Hoshi.
I won't blame Hoshi for anything. Hoshi's innocent.
Hoshi was the one who made that redeem, you know that, right?
I know, but you allowed it, and you fulfilled. Guilty by default.
Guilty by default. What is this?
All right, man. This is how it is.
By default.
I didn't make the rules. All right. No
All right,
real
if you
artist
say
labels
so,
their
if you
layers.
Say so.
That
Christ.
makes me a true artist then, huh? Yeah, I'd say so.
Artist hell. What is this?
Hey, that's my resident chat artist says real artists don't label things.
I mean, if you want to, you don't have to. That's what I tell people when it comes to art. You can
Like,
label
yeah,
stuff.
if you want to get confused as fuck, you don't need to label it. I get you.
That's what I tell people. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I tell everyone, like, if you want to label stuff, be my guest. But I realistically don't label as much because I'm kind of lazy. I'm gonna be real with you. It's just how it is. It is what it is, you know?
Yeah, you're saying you just find what works for you.
Yeah, just work with what you got.
Great shit.
With how you want to, you know?
Alright, there's a shout out for Meep, our teacher, our sensei. Our art
What?
sensei.
Sensei!
Yeah, thank you, sensei, for your art lessons today.
Well, of course, of course.
Our professor, our Shisho.
Shisho. When did Shisho come in?
Mr. Man. Our lovely femboy.
Oh,
Please
right.
check them out. Give them a follow, say hello. They're also participating in our VTuber feud, so check them out there as well when that comes up on the 27th.
Tee.
How do you think you'll do, by the way? How confident?
Oh, absolutely. I hope to beat Sio's team. That's all. That's my goal. That's it. That's my only goal.
You know, interesting enough, I think Sio wants to beat your team.
No, we have this unspoken rivalry already because Sia started this. So I have to I need to beat Sia. I need to beat Sia.
Yeah.
For this to win.
Valid. Well, wish you both luck, and yeah, we can call it here. Thank you.
All right. Do you have anyone that you want to raid?
I was gonna ask you the exact same question.
The reason why I'm asking is because
a lot of friends.
Because I usually ask others. Because why not?
We can double raid one of our friendos who are streaming lethal.
Okay. Let's see.
I'll let you choose who. I don't want that responsibility.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, nah, but if you let's see. Oh, they're still going? They're still going at it? Oh my lord. Okay, wait. You know what? Fuck it. Wait, let's go for Kathir, because why not?
Kathir? Alrighty.
I'm gonna send my raid to Kathir.
I will also be sending my raid to Kathir. I'm gonna deafen Discord today. Goodbyes and other announcements.
Same here. I'm also gonna deafen. But yes. We'll see you.
Alright, fam. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the scuffed art, but you're welcome for the art redemption is what I'm gonna call it. I think we popped off. Look at this amazing mwah. Oh my gosh, that's improvement. I'm proud of myself. And I can say that honestly proud of myself, especially if you saw the last time that I drew on stream. Eek. So I feel more confident now. I feel like I can actually learn now. I would say the scariest thing about art is starting. The improvement is real. You should be proud. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think so far the hardest thing about art was starting and applying things. But like, I feel like once I get a general understanding, I just have to play with it. So I will be doing hopefully more art like off stream, and obviously might have a couple more lessons with me. Because obviously there's still a lot to improve, right? And as well as just casual drawing with music streams as well in general. So yeah, there's more of that. Tomorrow I think I'm off, but I think my D&D game that I typically have tomorrow is getting canceled, so I might be live with Final Fantasy. Thursday is the drag show review with Cloudy. I will be the maid dress. Don't forget that. I didn't deafen at all. I was just talking over fucking Meat the entire time because I thought I was deafened, but I wasn't. Oh, he was deafened though, so it works out. So we got that going on. Friday, we're gonna play Danganronpa. If you catch up on the anime by your damn self, if you're watching with us, really 4 episodes from the end, or don't watch the anime, I don't think it's relevant. So Danganronpa on Friday, and then that's what we got going on this week. Maybe something on the weekends. We'll see. Wow, Nalian's so mean. Yeah, true. I'm sorry. I told you to do it your damn self. So that's that, and so now let's get you guys our little raid message. Ooh, raid. The adventurers are here. And then we hit them with the glasses push. And we say Nalian raid. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for hanging out. It's fun to have, you know, other people hanging out who also have like art opinions. It was kind of like a nice little discussion, you know what I mean? So there's our raid message. I'm gonna set up the raid, and with that, I hope you all have a wonderful. God fucking damn it, Kathir, how do I find your name? With that, I hope you all have a wonderful night, evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and whatever you're doing. And I will see you all. Wait for it. Next time. See ya.